So I just wanted to share some real quick tips when you're doing your dietary analysis, some search tips when you're using the software that will hopefully make your life a little bit easier. So let's get it all set up here. Okay, so when you're tracking your diet, it's really important that you try to be as accurate as possible. Obviously, it's kind of difficult if you're going to In-N-Out and you eat like half of your friend's fries or something. It's a little bit more difficult to track. But hopefully, some of these tips will help you be a little bit more accurate. And this assignment's really cool because if you do spend time, trying to make sure that you're using the correct amounts, it's really interesting to see what your actual intake is, where you may be falling short and everything. And just a reminder, we don't grade on what you ate, so you can be completely honest. So first thing, let's just do, let's try In-N-Out, just as an example. Okay, so you can see all these options we have here, right? So we'll just use the example that I just did. You went to In-N-Out on the weekend, you ate half of your friend's fries. Okay, so how are we going to track this? Well, let's look. Ounces, pounds, micrograms, milligrams, grams, kilograms. Okay, so for this assignment, we don't expect you to take a food scale everywhere, obviously. So what you can do is, and this will work with a lot of times when you eat out or anything, just go here and let's look. In-N-Out fries, serving size. Okay, so a lot of restaurants, especially if it's a chain restaurant, they'll post their information. So really easy, we just go down here to French fries. Let me zoom in a little bit. And then let's see, so serving size, 125 grams. Okay, and let's say you ate half. So let's estimate about, what is that? 62.5, right? Something like that. So let's go 63. 63 grams. Perfect. And there you go. And like I said, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but there are ways, that you can make it as close as possible. And this software is really good because it allows you to look at specific restaurants for the most part. So a couple more. So let's say for lunch, you went to Subway and you got a turkey breast sandwich on wheat bread. Okay, so the only options that it gives you here, it gives you just the regular one item, one sandwich. And so that's just going to be turkey with cheese on it, right? Or you can choose lettuce, tomatoes, onions, green peppers, and cucumbers. But let's say you didn't do that. You didn't have onions and you didn't have cucumbers, but you also had avocado and meatballs. I don't know. I hope not. Okay, so let's pick this top one right here, and that's just going to give us what estimate for the calories are and the nutrition for the meat and the cheese only. Okay, so it adds that right there. And then what I would do is I would just say, okay, I also had lettuce on there. So let's add lettuce. And this is where you do have to estimate. So let's say half a cup of lettuce. Perfect. And then you're just going to repeat that process over again for whatever else you had on the sandwich. Yeah, so it is a little bit trickier when you're dealing with like sandwiches when you eat out, or like soups or some sort of mix. But just being as accurate as you can is it's really good, and I think it's important for us as we're grading your assignment, but also it's really interesting, like I said earlier, to get an accurate picture of what you are taking in. And the last thing I wanted to show was just looking at different sizes of foods and just making sure that you're specifying that. So let's say an apple, medium. Okay, so when you come over here, Let's look at the difference here. So let's say you had a small apple, right? So that's going to give us 77 calories. But then if you come back up, let's go again, apple. And this time let's go large. Yeah, so even though, that's only like a 40 calorie or so difference, it adds up over time if you're consistently like not being accurate with your sizes. So yeah, that's important. Just making sure that you have the correct sizes and amounts, as close as reasonable. It doesn't have to be ridiculously accurate, but as close as you can get it, it's good. And then here's some more great search tips if you're struggling with trying to find your food and it's not on there, or other problems like that. And if you have any other questions, ask your TAs, ask your professor. We would love to help you out. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much.